Yeah. So we're about to head into our second government shutdown. So I guess we're what, four, no, 3 days away, and our president is basically trying to hold all of America underwater for a wall that we don't need. Yeah, because if that's the case, we also need a wall, you know, Canada up north, but that's not the case. They got some mounties, but it's places where they cross from Canada to America, and people do all the time. Um, it's places in Arizona and Texas where you could freely walk across the border. And that's where some people go to work and come back and forth and migrate on both sides, actually. Um, yeah, we're not covering the whole thing. We're covering only a portion of the wall for $5 billion. Now, if he was smart, if this is really what he wants to do, he doesn't need $5 billion. He's definitely wrong in trying to hold the American public to his standards. You got people overseas coming over here illegally all the time. They just come on vacation and basically stay. This is America. We do have rules. I understand, but you're hurting America trying to enforce certain rules. I mean, I know you didn't do it. You enforced certain rules when it came to your wife. You enforce certain rules, when it came to her family. But you're forcing certain rules when it comes to like a 21 Savage, because you didn't like what he said, or ICE didn't like what he said. So had to make an example out of somebody that came over here at the age of 12. Come on now. You got federal workers in indentured servitude, and you're basically using them as slaves to keep whatever running, which is not cool. You know what I mean? These people have families that care about them, and they care about their family. They don't want to lose their jobs because of a fourth grader, not even a fourth grader, a preschooler is in the White House. Now think about that. I know I couldn't get into the White House. I don't care how much money I have or will have in the future. This American public voted this man into office. I didn't vote him into office, but the people that did vote him into office had an agenda. Their agenda, mostly, it seems like it was racism. But the killer part, you had blacks voting for him also. You had Hispanics voting for him also. You had the LGBT community voting for this man also. This man has been bankrupt more than I've been alive. Okay? And this is the person that y'all wanted to run this country. Trailer park people voted for him. Down and out people voted for what? Because he's a good businessman. If he couldn't let his own businesses succeed, what do you think, the American public was going to succeed off of his back? He still hasn't showed his tax returns. But he's about to make sure most of y'all don't get y'all tax returns. So I would file before the 15th of February, 2019. This might go on. This will be most likely another government shutdown because of the people that voted him into office. Because no, they couldn't see a woman running this country. Okay? They barely even seen Obama running this country. Okay? And it was met with every opposition when he was in the office. He passed some great things. But just to let Trump in the office, yeah, he was taking away some great things that he passed or changing things, changing to his structure. Basically, he's not realizing it's more than blacks and Hispanic and Asians on welfare. The most population on welfare are Caucasians. So they basically, the people that voted for him just shot themselves in the foot. All right? He's never been a great businessman. I mean, but he does have nothing but rhetoric that he was shouting from the rooftops. You know what I mean? Calling people monkeys or supposedly or trying to close the Muslims out of the country. Now, are trying to keep the Africans out of the country also. So it's what you bring into it is what you show and what you could do with the world. Now, if you bring nothing but hate and negativity, you will never completely understand the world. Now, one hand, he's a good businessman. Actually, he's not. I'm not going to even fathom that. But the other hand, all I see from the Republicans that didn't vote for him being racist is deer in headlights. And the other majority couldn't care about my skin tone. Okay? He basically brainwashed y'all. Brainwashed women also. When you had all the evidence that he's a sexual predator. You have all the evidence of him talking about his daughter in a sexual way. Why would you want a president or hear anybody doing that and saying things like that? Or I grab you by in the White House. You actually spit on the White House by doing that, by allowing this bigoted man in the White House that only understands one thing. He understands money. Okay, he might be a bigot, but he only understands money. But money that gets him somewhere, not you. He's playing chess while the people that voted for him is playing checkers. He's basically doing what he promised he said he was going to do, but he's hurting all y'all in the process, which he's bigoted. If you don't have a quarter, if you don't have not even a quarter, if you don't even have at least probably 10 million in your bank account, he's not thinking of you. He wasn't thinking of Omarosa. He wasn't thinking about none of them. To him, you're beneath him. But that's okay with you. Next time when you vote, make sure you vote correctly. Okay? And make sure Even if you voted for it, have your tax refunds in before February 15th. Okay? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I mean, unlike you, I care how America looks. All right? And I care about our economy. You know what I mean? I care about the teachers that need to go on strike when they're fighting for our children. You know what I mean? I care about this world in general. I'm not racist, I'm not bigoted. You know what I mean? I believe in everybody's religion equally. Maybe I'm only part of the 2% in the world that believes that. I believe that if you live a good life, regardless of what religion or non religion you believe in, you get to go somewhere. You know what I mean? If you're not evil, unlike the person in the White House, it's a bunch of evil people over there. You know what I mean? Working for them and doing it's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's federal workers, losing their residence because they're behind. I mean, even though they got their money, they're still behind because they were using debt to survive just to go to work. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're behind. Even though they might have got paid back checks, they're behind. So everybody, make sure, what I mean? It might be a backlog. You might not get your taxes. But if you prevent this man for doing this, really $5 billion for a wall? You know what I mean? He's not smart. Okay? It doesn't cost $5 billion for a wall. I'm not gonna even say how he could get the wall, but it don't cost $5 billion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If I wanted to, but I'm not saying it because I'm not racist and I don't really give a care. I mean, they're people from other countries are supporting and putting money in, you know what I mean? And not able to get nothing out. So once they go, um, stores will close, people will lose their jobs, um, and the economy is going to tank. The economy will tank. You're probably thinking it's not going to tank. It's going to tank because we're in $1 trillion industry of life. I mean, the money that goes for taxes in each state is not just your money. So, like people say all the time. Of course, I say this all the time. We pay cops to work for us. Now, the same immigrants that's buying products, goods, and services are doing the same thing, but they're not the cops are not working for them, which is like a double entendre. Like they're scared to call law enforcement just because they think they're going to get deported. But their money is going into the taxes also. And that's kind of cool, where somebody can get mistreated or sexual assaulted, is scared to call the law enforcement that they pay taxes in. Like that's, if you think of it, that's kind of messed up. Every product that gets sold with business licenses are taxed. You know what I mean? It's people that can't even get what they need, but they still spend what they work for. Okay? Now, y'all might say, oh, he's doing the right thing, he's this and that. But you have to realize he's not doing the right thing. His parents was immigrants. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they might be turning around in their graves, but they were Germans, so allegedly. So I don't know. They might be turning around in their graves or might not. And that's not a diss to the German people. It's just the World War II era. His parents fled, even though they were German. I guess his father didn't want to participate into the war. So that tells me he was either scared or he thought it was an injustice. You know what I mean? So take what you want from that. I appreciate y'all subscribing, and just make sure y'all turn in those taxes before the 15th, because basically this is Trump massacre, Valentine's Day massacre. You know, I'd rather have Al Capone run our country than Trump. Like, really, that's a businessman. Ain't none of his business failed, even though he didn't pay taxes like Trump. You know? You got to take what you could get. And if we could get Al Capone, but, you know, I can't bring people back to life. Yeah. But, or Lucky Luciano, or Meyer Lansky. Yeah, they were better criminals than the person we y'all elected in office, because I know I didn't elect him. I voted. I didn't elect him. You know what I mean? But to the people, that's Republicans, it's okay to run with your party, but if you know it's the wrong mistake, it's okay to vote the other way. You know what I mean? Hey, you could have voted on the Green Party. You know what I mean? You could have voted on the Democratic Party. I doubt you would have did that, but you could have voted on the Green Party. You know what I mean? Y'all just threw away your votes. You know what I mean? They might say we threw away our votes, but they stole the election anyway. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's okay, because this ain't gonna last forever. You know what I mean? We definitely don't live in a monarch. You know what I mean? We don't have to keep dealing with the same person. We can pick and choose. So hopefully next time when it's time to pick and choose, you pick and choose the right president. You know what I mean? You choose the right Congress. You choose the right House of Representatives. You choose the right ones. And if you don't choose the right ones, it's okay to impeach somebody. We don't have to keep on rolling with the same thing. You know what I mean? And it's okay just to be human. We make mistakes, but you got to learn from your mistakes, because if you don't learn from your mistakes, we're going to keep on going through this over and over again. Be smart about what you want to accomplish. Be smart and think of your children in the future. I mean, by him being in office, it seems like y'all set us back 50 years. Actually, it's about 60 years. You got people out just being racist. You got people doing things in public view, and nobody's stopping it. You got officers killing people over infractions, and even misdemeanors, just infractions. Just getting stopped by an officer, regardless of what color. You know what I mean? Because a bullet don't have no color. And trust me, they just been popping everybody. All right? But it seems like they still look at color when they want to put somebody behind bars because the black population is way lesser than the white population, but they do the same exact crime at the same exact rate. I mean, and they kill more actually. They kill more, but but it's at the same exact rate at the same time. But it's a lot of things to go in with that because we're lesser. Our percentages seem to be greater, I guess. But yeah, but we still have the most population in the criminal system, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, when I get pulled over, I have to worry about if I get shot. Maybe y'all worry about the same thing. I mean, they do a lot just to hold you back. And every time it's a mass shooting, it seems like the mass shooter always get to walk away. I'm just gonna let the officers know it's okay to kill them. They got the gun in their hand. They already killed 5 or 20 or a couple hundred people. It's okay to pull the trigger. If that's what you're worried about, it's okay to pull the trigger. Nobody will question you because nobody questioned y'all when y'all accidentally shoot somebody y'all stop and kill for no reason. At least you're killing for a reason. But it seems like they always get to breathe and walk off and get put in the officer. I don't care what color you are. You do a mass murderer, you do mass shootings. Cops need to just take you out. Because, that could be my children there. That could be my parents. That could be me in there. So, it's okay. If you want to do what you need to do, I'm giving you the okay. Okay? Half of the population is giving you a okay. Not just me, though. Okay? That's fine. Somebody's blowing up something. Kill their ass. You know what I mean? I have no regret about what I'm saying. Because that's me. But if you're just pulling somebody over, why so antsy? Take your finger off the trigger. You might just want to walk. Always be aware around your surroundings. But you don't need the gun. Just give us our ticket and go. Even if we complain about the ticket, just give us our ticket and go. We don't need the rhetoric. We don't need you saying, oh, you're going to jail because you're resisting. I'm not resisting. I just want to go and get about my business. All right. So thank you for joining me. Y'all have a good day. Please don't forget to subscribe. And good night, good morning, good afternoon. But get those tax refunds in. Thanks.